Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So I'm working on my Redcat RS10 with my new bright truck body on it. And anyway, I've put on some decals. These are actually tattoos that you would normally put on your skin. And I figured, well, I'll throw them on the truck. I've done this with RCs before, and they actually are really durable because they're not water soluble, which is great. So they last almost forever. And you can actually, if you do it carefully in light coats, you can spray clear coat over top, and it really makes them pop a lot better. My cat actually got some clear coat on the hood, and it pops a lot nicer, especially with the red body. Red bodies and tats suck. I ran out of clear coat, and so I'm going to have to get some more and for either side of the cats, because I got the same cat head on each side of the doors. But today I also put on some pinstriping on the back here, and I'm about to do my roof rack install. So I want to show you how to do this, because these lights up front are really snaky or tricky. I had to take the chromes off, obviously, and you don't really have a place where you can center drill here, you know, so you do have to do it from in behind. And I'm going to have to do something as far as maybe getting some reflector back there somehow. Maybe pick up some pinstriping tape for that, or maybe I'll have enough of this skinny stuff I can get it in there. But the first thing to do is to drill through the back with a 1/16 drill bit and get it as close to centered as you can. Then we're going to go in with a 5mm drill bit here, and this is where we're going to be able to make the final hole for the LEDs. And why the 1/16 first? Well, it's going to help keep the center of the drill from skating, and you've already got that 1/16 hole there. You've got a spot for that to sit and not skate, and so this should go really well. Cross our fingers. And you don't have to go fast either. Okay, the holes did get a little elongated, but they should be okay. Let's pop in our bulb. Yep, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to have to glue these in place. That hole got a little bit big, but our front view is going to end up looking like so. So the resting place looks like you still get your shelf to keep that, so we'll have a resting place for the bulb. So I can just actually put some hot glue in there and shove the bulb in, and voila, it'll stay there. So that'll be good. So what we'll do is we'll test every one of these bulbs first, because once a bulb blows, they're a real pain. So I'll grab my battery. That's a good bulb, so that one can stay. Your long leg, by the way, on your LED is always your positive. Long leg is positive. Okay, so that's all 3. So let's just put one in there just in the middle and just see how it's going to look like that. That's actually not too bad. So I may even be able to bring these in through the front end, actually. Let's see if I can squeeze them a little more. No, I'm going to have to put them through the back. So yeah, they're going to have to go on the back, which is fine, no big deal. So what I'm going to do, actually, come to think of it, to make sure they're really durable in there, I think I'm going to JB weld them in place, because I also want to cover this area at the back, because I don't want it shining backwards. See, that's going to shine backwards, and that I don't want. So what I'll do is I'll set it in place, and I'll just JB weld around this area. And JB weld is paintable, and I have some black paint. I can hand paint it in there after, and away I go. So I think that's what we're going to do. Now, for those of you who have done this before, you plug it in backwards. You're not going to get any kind of light at all. Now, a lot of times what will happen is when you plug them in backwards, they'll also fry. This one didn't this time. So we'll plug that in backwards again. There you go. We got lucky it didn't fry. Usually LEDs will fry though when you plug them in backwards. So, we got the starting of our light kit. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is get these attached in there so that they stay. And then I will cut the lengths of my leads to where I need them. And then I'm going to have to fish the wire in and through, drill a small pilot hole, probably somewhere down below in the box here, or maybe even into the windshield here just to tuck it away and hide it, and then onto the inside and wire it into the other harness. And then when I plug them in, I'll have my headlights going and my top rack lights at the same time. So we shall be back shortly with the next part. Okay guys, so as you can see we've got the LEDs all JB welded in place, nice and careful, so we didn't disrupt the lenses in the front. And so we're going to let that thing dry for a while now, and we'll come back and start hooking up all of our wiring and get that done up and fed through. And what I've decided to do is to drill a small hole back here and behind the back window, and that'll give me quicker access to the wiring harness inside. And what I might end up doing, we'll find out as I go. I gotta give it some thought while this is drying, but I'm thinking I might run actually a Y harness off of this one, this set of 3, to go into the other harness, and then I still plug it into one battery, but then it's easier to deal with at that point too. And it'll also give me an option that I can either run just headlights or all 5, whatever I want to do. So anyways, we'll be back, so don't go away. Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so I've got my light kit installed. We've got a Tiger graphic here, Tiger graphic on either side of the truck. Once I can get those clear coated, they'll pop just as well as the front one on the hood. I went to the dollar store and I was looking and, oh hey, an ATV guy. But he's a little too small. He's not quite to scale size, so I gotta kind of lose him. But hey, at least it's fun. You can pull him back and he drives him on the floor, so that's kind of cool. So anyways, so that's not gonna work too well. Anyways, pinstriping on the back. I actually gotta redo my back one here. It's starting to pull up a little, but we do have our light kit extended. Let me just plug this in for you. And let's chuck around this way. So now we've got our headlights and we've got roof rack lights. That is going to look really cool at night. And it's pretty bright too. Just let me angle the truck towards the wall. And grab the camera here. So it projects on the wall actually pretty decently. So that'll be alright for some night driving, I'm sure. So that's not too bad. So for now, this is going to be the end of the mods to the truck. And just to show you how it's all wired here, I've got it all wired off the back here, and they're JB welded in place, each LED. And I put some heat shrink tubing in the back area here, fed it through the hole and underneath, and got it glued, hot glued down in here, and just went into the main harness that I already had here. So instead of running Y adapters, I just figured, what the heck, and then I reinforced it down in here with some hot glue. So it's all good to go, and my battery's strapped in really well. It's got Velcro to Velcro, and then a Velcro strip across here to really hold it in secure so it can't wobble or bang out of place and off the truck while driving. So she's pretty good. She's pretty good. So as far as the top rack lights go, though, I mean, they're going to be really bright, which is fine. I gotta try and see if maybe I can hand paint them in silver, like the framings. You know, they've got the little square cages here. If I can just hand paint that with silver, or do something, you know, down the road type of thing. But I want to find some stuff to also go in the back of the box with this thing, you know. So I'm going to look around, see if maybe Walmart's got a little bit bigger ATV that I can throw in there, or even a motorcycle or two, you know, and strap them in place. And, you know, it's a crawler, but I'm kind of going for the trail truck type of setup with this right now until I can afford a trail truck. And but either way, it's still going to be a heck of a good crawler. And it really looks smoking good with that new bright truck body, so I'm quite happy with that. Anyways, that's it. Feel free as always, leave your comments, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.